I'll give it a few minutes for everyone to get in here. So I was actually going to just like make a video, like proper film a video today, but I just figured I would just do a live. It's been a little while since I've done a live, so I kind of wanted to do that. I wonder if I can show you guys like this ensemble that I'm wearing. I don't know if I can, but for those of you who are on Patreon, I posted the Coven retreats like haul where we went to Brown County, and then I also posted or the retreat video, and then I posted a haul video. And I realized when I was kind of unpacking some more stuff that I left some stuff out of the haul, and I wanted to share with you what was left from the haul that I didn't share with you in the actual haul video, because I got some other really cool stuff that I want to show you guys. And then yeah, that's kind of it. Hey, Black Wolf, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You know, I got back from the Coven's retreat, and it's just been go, go, go since I've been back, really. You know, especially prepping for festival season. We have TTC, which stands for the Tarot Training Course, which actually starts this evening at 7 p.m. I believe there's still some spots available in that. If any of you who are watching want to get in on that, it's available in person or online. But so that'll be the last tarot class of 2021. And then we have some festivals coming up after that. Hey, lady, good to see you. We have some festivals coming up after that. We also just did the Hannah Paranormal House Festival. You guys, that was incredible. I think the tent, so we got there at about 8 a.m., set all the tents up, and we were seeing clients from like 8 a.m. through 6 o'clock, doing tarot readings, palm readings, and just kind of like meet and greets. And it was like, there was not a dull moment. I actually had to call some extra readers in because we were so busy. The event didn't actually start until about 10, but people started kind of coming into the event at about 9:30, 9:45. So we had to, you know, really, I guess practice some endurance is what I want to say. But we had probably a good 2.5 hour or so wait, maybe an hour into the festival. And, you know, that's the thing, guys, is that like, I don't mind having a whole crew and a whole team, because like I have other practitioners who are like, you know, you're so generous, or like you really share like a lot of your business, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that, you know, I got into the metaphysical industry when I was like 19, and I don't think anyone actually really took me seriously because I was 19, and like I was very naive, and you know, I was a very mature 19-year-old, but I was still only 19. And, you know, there wasn't really anyone who really wanted to take the time to help me or show me kind of the ropes within the industry. So, and that's kind of just been, I mean, that's like my whole life. I've always just had to figure stuff out on my own. And it's not been easy, and it's taken me a long time to get to a place where, you know, this is my life now, but that wasn't overnight. And if there are ways where I can help other practitioners as well, then that's what I'm all about. So I don't mind bringing other readers on, you know, to the tents to help, especially because at a festival like that, like you can realistically only see so many people, right? Like if you, let's say you're doing 15-minute sessions, which is typically what we do at a festival. If we're doing a 15-minute session, you can see about 3 clients in an hour. So that means that you're going to service 6 clients in 2 hours, right? And that's if you're just doing the 15-minute sessions, not like 30-minute sessions. Well, if there's a 2-hour wait, that means that 6 people basically are waiting. And if I have another reader, or 2 other readers or 4 other readers with me, then more people, it's good all the way around because more people are getting serviced from the tent. The clients are not having to wait as long, and readers are able to, you know, have an opportunity for themselves. So I do not believe in a scarcity mindset. I never really have. You know, I kind of like to say that I try to look at the world through like the lens of Lakshmi in a way, in the sense that like wealth, there's plenty of wealth out there, and it's up to you to decide what sort of wealth it is that you are looking to obtain, you know, because people, hey Elaine, thanks for joining. People have different ideas of what wealth is. I'm someone who I consider myself stupid wealthy. You know what I mean? Like I very much do. And like, could I have nicer this, that, and the third? Sure. But I work in the metaphysical industry full time. You know, whether it's seeing clients, consultations, weddings, attending clergy services, teaching classes, you know, there's a slew of things, right? But it's to a point where I can do this full time. I can support myself doing this full time. I, you know, have a pretty decent car that it's a 2019 that I was able to, you know, pay for and afford by doing this, by living my dream. You know, my partner and I, we live in a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. Like we live pretty comfortably. You know, I'm not saying that like we are rich per se, but all of our needs are met and most of our wants are met. And this industry has very much afforded me that. So, you know, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for that. And if I can share that with others, I try to. And so at events and festivals and stuff, that's why it's really not an issue for me to have other readers come in, because I can't see everybody anyway. So why not all of us kind of see everything through the lens of Lakshmi, if you will, and really work together here? Because I feel like when we work together in this unit, you know, our tents, one of the reasons why I was supposed to be showing you guys some of a haul that I left out in a video, but I'm going off on a tangent here. One of the reasons why our tents, why the Third Eye Fortune pop-up tents where we travel around to different events and stuff, I think one of the reasons why we're so successful is a couple reasons. One, visuals, okay? When you go to any sort of event or expo, you are going to see these pop-up tents, and you know the variety that I'm talking about, I'm sure. They're like the pop-up white frames, and then they might have a blue or a white or a red or, you know, maybe a color, maybe just silver or black awning. And that's the tent. And then typically vendors will just have little pop-up tables, and they'll be selling art or doing services out of those tents, right? But that's it. Most of the aesthetic of the tent comes down to branding, if a vendor even has branding. I think that branding is so important, and I'm very lucky where I had someone to help me with some branding, and kind of instill that in me, you know, how important it is. And at the time, I was just kind of doing it me, myself, and I, so I didn't really see the branding of it all. Thanks, Lan. These are actually a couple different earrings that I'm wearing. Let's see. So tonight I'm teaching the tarot class. So I have my tarot earrings in that a student actually purchased for me. This is the High Priestess card in tarot. And then over here, let's see. Yeah. This is the Death card in tarot. So I'm wearing my tarot earrings tonight because I'm teaching the tarot class, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way, if y'all are interested. It's a 6-week class. It's $15 a class. You can attend in person or online. So I have these little tarot earrings in, and then I have my coin hoops. And then I also, in my haul video, which I posted on Patreon from the Coven retreat, I bought these sun disc with the coins. They're in silver. I got these from the Totem Post, which is I believe it's Indigenous owned, but it's like a shaman store in Brown County. And then I have on these kind of like Punjabi formal drops here. I have one of these in this ear, and then I think I have something else in this ear. I have this, like, this kind of matches my skirt, so I put it in here. This is like a button thing. So, and yeah, this is my outfit. But anyway, the vibes, right? I think that one of the reasons why why we do very well is because you have a slew of these very plain tents. And I'm not trying to be, you know, mean or disrespectful to any vendors or anything, but I'm saying, like, the tents that they just have tables with their art or with their wares. Well, there's 50, 60, 80, 100 other tents that look the exact same. They have the same exact white frame, probably even the same roof, and some festivals, like the Broad Ripple Art Fair, for example, actually require everyone to have the same color tent roof, where they all have to have white tops or they all have to have blue tops. Hey, Embrace, thanks for joining. They all have to have the same color tops. Well, we drape our tent walls for a couple of reasons. So when you come to one of our tents at an event, our tents are draped in like cloth and fabric and beadwork, and so that looks very visually appealing. And then also, it catches people's attention from yards away at an event, right? So they come into an event, they see all these plain white tents with gorgeous, beautiful wares and art, and that's wonderful, right? But they see these plain, Alexa, skip. They see these plain white tents, and then they see our tent that's like covered and dripping in fabrics. So it could be, I mean, especially for the warmer events, we'll have like purple cloths on each wall, and then we'll have pashminas, like this one that I'm wearing, and scarves draping from all of the tents. And then so it's very appealing, and it's very much giving the storybook fantasy of, you know, going to a fortune teller, that a lot of people outside of the metaphysical world, outside of the witchy world, this is what they are kind of thinking when they think of a fortune teller. So it just kind of clicks with them on a conscious or unconscious level in their mind. And then also, another reason why we have walls on our tent is to also give the clients privacy. You know, palm reading, cartomancy, tarot mediumship, rune readings, trinket readings, oracle readings, intuitive readings, whatever. You know, these services are very, very intimate, and having some privacy for your client is something that it might be, you know, kind of an afterthought for them because they're going for a reading. But for those of you who do read, you know, if you have a client who's in the middle of a session and they start crying, they're going to appreciate the fact that you have these tent walls. They're going to appreciate the fact that there's a little bit of security and privacy. So, and it also keeps it very intimate for you with the client as well. You know, when we're at some of these haunted events, like Hannah Haunted Acres, for example, and there are people scaring people in the courtyard, because that's the kind of event that it is. And there's people with chainsaws and they're running all over and they're scaring people. It can get very distracting for you as the psychic or you as the practitioner, because there's so much energy all around you, and energy tends to be very, very high as well at an event like that. So being able to just hyper focus, the tent walls also kind of serve as visual blinders, not so much for your eye, but for your eyes. They serve as visual blinders to hyper focus in on your client, so that way everything else all around you is not affecting you. And then we also have, we kind of call them booth babes. We call them booth babes, which that's just an endearing term is all it is. But they are so important to the success of our tent, because the readers essentially stay in the tents, right? And they are seeing client after client after client after client after client after client. And yeah, I mean, obviously, if you need to go to the bathroom, take a phone call, have a smoke break, get something to eat, I'm not saying don't take breaks, but I'm saying the readers are going boom, 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 boom. Then the booth babe is the person who sits at the table at the very front of the tent, and this is who actually deals with the public. This is who actually handles public questions or whatever. The good, bad, and the ugly, really. And so they are the ones forming a line, making a list, handling all of the money, because there's never any money, of course, inside of the tents. We don't want to have, you know, we don't want to have stacks in a private tent with a random stranger. That's just a liability thing, if you know what I mean. So the booth babes handle the money, and everything is kept very secure, and they're able to also help customers coming up to our tent who, you know, might be interested in getting a service. So that's kind of what their role is. And, you know, it's like, especially during, we call it haunted season. So there's festival season, which is like doing, that's like doing Pagan Pride, or the Hannah Paranormal Festival, which that was really cool. Or, you know, the Broadway Art Fair, or Gay Pride. Like, these are festivals, right? But then there's haunted season, or, I mean, I think all year is witches season. Because, like, as a witch, it's always witches season, right? Like, it's always our time. But in, like, the general broader sense, October is when, you know, people who typically wouldn't normally come get a tarot reading are coming to come get readings, because it's kind of part of their experience of October, of Spooktober, of things that are crazy and whatever. So we have, you know, contracts at various different haunts around the city, and people will come to these haunts, obviously, to go to these haunted houses, right? But then these haunted houses have vendors, and so we are also set up there. And, you know, that's probably the busiest time of year for me, because I also do work a full-time job, you know, outside of working the festivals. Metaphysics for me is full-time, and what that looks like varies. So between working in a brick and mortar location, working online, seeing clients online and from home, and then also working these festivals, it gets really, really, really busy, as you can imagine. And, you know, the festivals are essentially, you're working from about 6 p.m. upwards of sometimes 2 a.m. So it's crazy. But anyway, all of that is a total tangent. I wanted to show you guys some of the haul stuff that I forgot to show you in the haul video from the Coven's retreat vacation. So I got this bag. Some of you might remember I went on that cryptid trip where me and some friends went through like West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, and we were kind of following the Hellier Trail, if you will. Hellier is a show, you can check it out, but we were kind of following in line with that. And we went to the Mothman Museum, and the Mothman Museum, it was my first time, it was so cool. I got this bag from the Mothman Museum, which this is like, I just took it out of the washer, or out of the dryer earlier. But so this is like what the bag looks like. Got the Mothman on it. And then I bought these pins from the Mothman Museum. Like, it says I love Point Pleasant and Point Pleasant Trading Co. and Mothman. So this was not from the Coven's retreat haul. This was from the cryptid trip. But some things that I forgot to show you from the Coven's retreat haul is I got these, and this was just for like a little pop-up vendor store inside of a flea market on our Coven trip. And so I got an It pen collection because I love Pennywise. Like, I personally love classic horror. So, you know, Freddy, Jason, Pennywise, I consider Pennywise to be classic. Chucky, Scream, you know, I love all of that. So I found these Pennywise pins, and I thought that these were really, 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 really cute. And then I also found these supernatural pins, like the show. So I thought these were cute also. And you can see the price sticker on these. These were each just $5.99. Just $5.99. So I bought them, and I think that, you know, so initially I got this bag. Let me show you guys this bag real quick. So it's pink, obviously, and then it has these really nice thick straps. And I lately I've been carrying this little cute kind of like black backpack with these little kitty ears on it that's small, because when I have big bags, like I got the really cute bag from Spirit Nest that has all the occult symbols on it. But when I have a big bag, you guys, I throw my whole life into it, and then I'm walking around with like a 50-pound bag. So I've been carrying a smaller one. So this bag is not going to be like a purse for me per se. I thought about it being like a witch on the go bag and kind of keeping some travel altar and travel ritual supplies inside of it, like maybe keeping like a little miniature shovel, some charcoals, some incense sticks, some matches, some lighters, maybe a couple little vials of different oils inside of it, some bones, maybe a couple glass jars, some gloves, some duct tape, maybe some trash bags. Sounds like I don't know. To me, it would just be a witch on the go bag, but maybe to someone else, they'd be like, what is all this rope and trash bags? And, but anyway, so I thought about doing that, but I've had to wash this damn bag twice now because I've been using it as a witch on the go bag. And I think if I'm going to continue to do that, I need to make sure that I'm putting like my little charcoals that I burned oud or loose incense or whatever on. I need to make sure I'm putting those inside of a plastic bag, because the charcoal, when it's just kind of loose, is getting broken in this bag, and then it's like I can show you, it's kind of stained the inside just a little bit, which like I'm not mad at. Like it's had some use, right? Like you can tell that I've definitely used this bag, but I think I might just use this as like a little travel recording bag maybe. My friend Farah gave me this like super cute, awesome mic and like a voice changer thing where you can do like spooky, alien. I don't even know how to use it. And then I have a ring light that you guys are on right now. So I'm probably going to use this to put like my laptop, my charger, and a ring light, and maybe a microphone or something if I need to. I got you into oud, Embrace. I'm so glad. I love oud. Love it, love it, love it. So I need to put these pens on here. But let me show you some of the other stuff I got. Oh, this is another pen that I got that fell out in the washer. It says Bigfoot, Call of the Wild. And I think all of these cryptid pens, which I love cryptids as well. I got all of these cryptid pens from the Mothman Museum. There we go. Okay. I have an obsession with bags, you guys, because not that long ago I also got this one too. And I was going to use that as a travel ritual bag, but it has no pockets. So, okay, this is the other thing that I was looking all over for this. I could not figure out where I put it, but we all got one of these. I am such a ham, such a cheese that like every time we go, I'm like, the first thing that I want to do is go take a family photo with the Coven. So we always go to like one of those old time photographs where you dress up. And isn't this so cute? Look at us. So that is the Solar Court Coven. We went and got a photo taken. This time was fun. In the past, we've all done like similar themes, but we all did something different. So we had a cowboy, like a bar winch. We had a mountain man. We had a flapper girl and an elegant lady. Those were the costumes. So I love this. We've done this virtually every year. I have another one hanging up there. And I think this is kind of a fun tradition because each year you can kind of flip through and you can see the new faces, the old faces, the faces that are no longer with us. And it really makes you value and appreciate your magical tradition and your craft lineage of seeing this connection over the years. Okay. I also got these, and this is from a store called Bollywood Imports. Love it. I have a big elephant, like Ganesha head that's actually on my wall in my living room. Gorgeous. Got it from there. Very affordable. I almost bought another elephant head this year, but I didn't. By the time I had gotten to the Bollywood imports, I had already spent like a couple of racks. So I was like, let me try to be a little better. But I got these for my sister and I. And these are, my sister loves owls. So I got these and I'm gonna let her pick one, but they're little sister owls made out of wood and like hand painted. So I'm gonna let her pick which one that she wants, and then I'm gonna take the other one. And yeah, I thought that these were super cute. And what a great way to use these as like, you know, totem magic. So like working with the energy or the spirit of the owl, whatever you might associate the owl with. I very much associate owls with like witchcraft and wisdom. And strategy as well. So you could work with the totem of the owl in that sense, or you could also work with this like, you know, my sister has one, I have one, so this can also be like a sister sympathetic magic sort of tool. So love these. Yeah, this is the Sigil of Lilith actually. Someone actually bought this from my Amazon wish list, you guys. I thought that was so sweet. I've had my Amazon wish list in my description of my bio, like underneath my videos or on TikTok or in my link tree, whatever. But like, I've never expected anyone to just like randomly buy me something off my wish list. So when it came in the mail, sorry, I have a piece of hair stuck to my lip. Ugh. When it came in the mail, I was super stoked. And then also because I've been working more with Lilith, it was just like not a coincidence to me that I received the Sigil of Lilith here. Yes, every day is Halloween. What else was I gonna show you guys? The owls, the picture, the buttons. I think that was the rest of the haul that I forgot to show you guys in the haul video. I have a deer rib cage bone, just chilling. This was, I think, not, obviously not this past Coven retreat, but before one of our Coven mates found a deer rib cage, and we all took back one of its, hi Tom, we all took back one of its rib cage bones. So you can kind of see here that this deer's rib cage was about the same size as mine. So I've used this also ritualistically as well. I love oddities and bones and all of that. Also, if you guys are on TikTok, I am on TikTok under 3 Obsidian Eyes. If you want to come follow me over there. But I'm going to get ready for class tonight at the shop. So if you are interested, it starts at 7. It's the TTC, and you can take the class at 299 North Madison Avenue on the south side of Indianapolis at Spiritual Gardens in our Witch School classroom at our new location. It's $15 a class. There's 6 of them. Tonight is level 1, aka the first class of 6. You can also take this online as well if you'd like to. You can call our shop, Spiritual Gardens. You can call the phone number. You can pay over the phone. I think that if you pay for all 6 up front, you get like 1 for free. So it's like $75 basically for all 6. But we have an online classroom, and you can also take the test and get certified and all of that. So if you're interested, there's that. There is the Coven's retreat video and the haul video. And then I also posted one of my, it's a witch's fire incantation for fighting magical practitioners, meeting fire with fire. So if you feel like you've been hexed or vexed or someone is actively working against you, a witch's fire incantation is to essentially fire back and disarm the other practitioner working against you. And then it also kind of takes it a step further. That's on Patreon. You guys know that I love making Left Hand Path content. You guys know that I also love making Maledictas. Maledictas being like curses and jinxes. So I have some already here on my channel. Like there's the Lengua, which is essentially cursing your enemies with death. So the whole point of the Lengua, and originally really is, the Lengua is, you know, for court cases or to get someone to STFU, to get someone's mouth to close. It's a cow tongue, and so that's what it's for. It's a STFU spell. It's a shut your mouth. But I like to take the lingua a step further and have their mouth shut forever, if you know what I mean. So that's what the lingua is for. That is something that is like, you don't just like willy-nilly do. I'm not saying I just like throw maledictas around, you know, with the intention of that person no longer existing in the physical. I'm not saying I just run around and do that, but I think it's important for a witch to know. To me, it's kind of like, it's a way of protection. You may never need to use magic to cause bodily injury or physical harm, but why not know how to do it in case you do? Okay? So the langua's on here. There's an apple hex, which is for like essentially messing with someone's mind. The apple is a symbol of wisdom and knowledge, and so it's stripping that forbidden knowledge from their mind or warping their mind. I have lots of nice maledictas, I think, on here. And maledictions are something that I'm exploring further. You know, it's always been a passion of mine. And I think some of that is just because I very much have like I have a very, very, very strong warrior aspect to my spirit. And so sometimes my magic translates over into like battle magic, if you will. And I don't, you know, I think some of that also has to do with the fact of like the gods that I work with, as well, being of war and of victory and of battle. But that's just an area of magic that I am especially interested in, the poison path and maledictas. You know, I love crystals and energy healing and Reiki as well. You nailed it to the woods into a dead tree. Good. Yeah, that's exactly, yeah. Yep. I took mine that was bound to the woods as well. So yeah, you guys, I do probably need to get off of here. I need to throw my laptop and my stuff into the bag and get ready for class tonight. They're doing some construction in our city, so now it takes me a good 45 minutes to get to the store, but I can show you my outfit if you guys want to see it. Let's see how I can set this up in a way that makes sense. I'm sorry if this is going to make you dizzy. So I didn't really know what I wanted to wear today, to be honest. So I just kind of decided to throw this on. So anyway, that's my outfit for today. I have like a red bandeau on underneath. I have like this kind of like peachy scarf top. And then I have like this pashmina, which this pashmina is actually my sister's pashmina that I have from Festival. And then underneath this pashmina, I have this scarf. So they kind of go in like a crisscross kind of like direction. This room is my home office. And normally I'm working from online, so people don't always see the mess that is my home office. That's always crazy. And then I just have like this layered kind of like frilly like skirt that gives me like a lot of like Nirvana sort of vibes. But yeah, I don't know what I would really particularly call this outfit. You know, I really only have a couple of moods and aesthetics when it comes to fashion or style. Very goddess oriented. Thank you. I really only have a couple of moods when it comes to style, and that would be either like gothic queen, kind of hoochie, like kind of like, we're gonna say that the styles are like very like dark goddess raven queen, very like Aphrodite, Venus, sensuality, sexuality, Lilith standing in your sexuality and being liberated and doing so. And then there's this. Which, I don't know, maybe this is like, it it's just cozy. You guys, these are, aside from the skirt that I have on, the rest of these are just scarves. Like, I don't know. I kind of like to think outside the box with it. And I love layering skirt or scarves and wearing them as like belts, or wearing them as shirts, or wearing them as skirts or sarongs. I have several sarongs and several scarves that I'll also wear like ritualistically as well. So anyway, that is going to be it for me. Thank you all for joining my super messy live. I just wanted to share with you some of those updates, and then also show you guys the stuff I didn't show you in the haul video. So yeah. Oh, and I'm working on this too. This pomegranate rose piece that some of you may have seen in my videos. But anyway, before I get swept, before I get off on a tangent again, thank you all so much for your support. All of your likes and subscribing to the channel and supporting the Patreon. You know, thank you so much for your support. It really does mean a lot to me. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy this little community that we have together here on YouTube and Patreon and Facebook. So please just know that I appreciate all of you so, so much, and I appreciate all of your support. And until next time, blessed be.